The airstrikes on Ukraine today hit as NATO and the U.S. said this week they'd sent Ukraine 98% of the vehicles promised to Kyiv. They're designed to be ready for Ukraine's highly anticipated upcoming counteroffensive, as Nick Schifrin discusses with the head of Ukraine's military intelligence.
They're the tools of Ukrainian liberation, newly arrived Western armored vehicles seen in Ukrainian Defense Ministry videos. Ukraine's received nearly 2,000, and some 40,000 troops have been trained for what's expected to be one of the war's most pivotal moments.
Of course, the counteroffensive has a very important meaning for Ukraine and for the future of Ukraine. Because its main goal is to liberate the occupied territories.
General Kirillo Budanov is the head of Ukraine's military intelligence. He spoke to us from Kyiv earlier this week.
The liberation of our temporarily occupied territory is the top priority for our country.
The 37-year-old is former Special Forces, one of the country's youngest ever generals, but considered one of its most influential. He's survived multiple assassination attempts and lives in his office. He's in the middle of negotiations to release prisoners from Russia, attend soldiers' funerals, and knows much more than he reveals, especially about the upcoming counteroffensive.
When I talk to U.S. officials here, they describe that even if you can't re-seize all of the territory occupied by Russia, they hope that at least you can create some local advantages along the front lines to a point where you can be in a position where you can threaten Russian supply lines in Crimea and deep in the Donbass. Does that kind of goal make sense?
I share that opinion, absolutely.
Could you say when you believe ground conditions favor the offense?
In the near future, everyone will see the expected results.
Budanov's expertise is foreign intelligence, as in Russia. Russia blames Budanov personally for explosions in occupied Crimea and inside Russia. But Ukraine doesn't claim official responsibility for these attacks and is restricted by the U.S. from using American weapons beyond its borders.
Do you believe you're hindered by the U.S. insistence that U.S. weapons not be used to attack inside Russia?
Absolutely not. And we do not need weapons from the Americans or anyone else to get to the Russians. We have enough Ukrainian means and weapons to do this. Any perpetrator that committed any war crimes or crimes against humanity in Ukraine, or even very egregious crimes like the group rape or killing of civilians and children, will be found and eliminated in any part of the world.
The U.S. says Ukraine has killed or wounded more than 200,000 Russian service members and military contractors. And now, Western officials say Russia's trying to find 400,000 recruits, including with a new ad. You're a real man, it says. Be one by becoming a soldier.
Have you seen any evidence that Russia can actually field the troops that it wants?
In theory, they can recruit 400,000 people. They're still mobilizing 20 to 22,000 recruits monthly. So as of now, they have mobilized roughly 120,000 additional troops. Moreover, they are actively recruiting paramilitary units, as well as the new private military companies such as Redut and Gazprom, the gas company. There are a lot of them, and right now they want to have all of them united by creating an umbrella organization, Russian Volunteer Corps, that will gather all of the paramilitary and private military groups and place them under the single command of the Russian General Staff.
So far, there's been no evidence, at least from where we're sitting here, that the Russians have managed a unified command. Is that how you see it?
That's exactly what I'm telling you. They want to create this umbrella organization that will be directing and commanding all of these paramilitary units, because obviously right now there is no unity.
For months, the war's epicenter has been Bakhmut. Ukraine has sacrificed dearly to hold the city, as I saw in February.
Have you lost men? Have you lost friends?
We all lost friends. We all lost.
We've all lost someone in this war and keep losing. That's how it goes. This is war. You can't do anything about it. But these are all losses that cannot be prevented. They just happen because people kill people. That's it.
Multiple U.S. officials in the intelligence community and in the military told me that they raised the possibility that Bakhmut was not worth defending, raising the possibility that the Ukrainian military should go back up to the high ground towards Sloviansk and Kramatorsk. Why do you think you ignored that advice? Why is Bakhmut so important?
I personally do not accept these recommendations because we're talking about our people and our cities, and losing even an inch of our land is a big tragedy.
Bakhmut has become a symbol of determination for both sides, far above its military importance. But Ukraine sees the seeds of Russia's downfall being sown in the city's bloodied earth.
You've said that Russia understands it can't drag out this war. You've even predicted that Russia will collapse. Many of the people I speak to here believe that's, frankly, overly optimistic and that the war is more likely to last for years. Are they wrong?
I can say just one thing, that time will show. I stand by my position.
General Budanov, thank you very much.
Thank you.